Do you ever feel like the conventional paths to success just don't fit who you are? Have you ever wondered if there's a different way to excel, one that doesn't require you to conform to the norms? Francesca Gino's Rebel Talent is here to show you how being a rebel, someone who breaks the rules and thinks outside the box, can be the key to thriving in work and life. This book isn't about causing chaos, it's about embracing your unique qualities and using them to your advantage. Get ready to discover the power of being a rebel and learn how to harness it to achieve greatness in ways you never thought possible. Rebel Talent Summary. Rebel Talent by Francesca Gino is a groundbreaking exploration of what it means to be a rebel in today's world and why it's crucial for success. Far from being about rebellion for rebellion's sake, this book delves into how breaking the rules and challenging the status quo can lead to innovation, creativity, and meaningful change. Gino, a Harvard Business School professor, draws on years of research as well as real-world examples to demonstrate that rebels, those who dare to think differently, are the ones who drive progress and inspire others. The book is built around the idea that we all have a bit of rebel talent within us, but too often, societal norms and expectations suppress these instincts. Gino argues that by embracing our inner rebels, we can unlock our full potential and find more fulfillment in our work and personal lives. Whether you're in a leadership position, an entrepreneur, or someone looking to make a difference in your field, Rebel Talent offers valuable insights and practical advice on how to break free from the constraints of conformity and unleash your creative energy. In this summary, we'll dive into the key themes, lessons, and actionable strategies from Rebel Talent that will help you cultivate your rebel talent and use it to achieve extraordinary results. Are you interested in the full book? See the link in the description down below. Chapter 1. The Power of Rebellion. Francesca Gino begins Rebel Talent by exploring the concept of rebellion and why it's often misunderstood. When we think of rebels, we might picture troublemakers or rule breakers who create chaos for its own sake. However, Gino presents a different view. Rebels are individuals who challenge the status quo in thoughtful and constructive ways. They don't break rules just to be disruptive. They do it to push boundaries, spark innovation, and bring about positive change. Gino argues that rebellion is not just about rejecting norms, but about questioning them. Rebels ask why things are done a certain way and whether there might be a better approach. This mindset is essential for progress, because it encourages us to think critically and creatively rather than simply following the crowd. The power of rebellion lies in its ability to foster innovation. Throughout history, some of the most significant advancements have come from individuals who dared to think differently. Whether it's scientific discoveries, technological breakthroughs, or social movements, rebels have played a crucial role in shaping the world as we know it. Gino also highlights the importance of embracing uncertainty and ambiguity, traits often associated with rebels. While many people shy away from situations that lack clear answers or involve risk, rebels thrive in these environments. They see uncertainty as an opportunity for exploration and growth, rather than something to be avoided. The first step to harnessing your rebel talent is to reframe your understanding of what it means to be a rebel. It's not about being reckless or defiant. It's about being curious, open-minded, and willing to challenge the status quo. By doing so, you can tap into your creative potential and drive meaningful change in your work and life. Chapter 2. The Rebel Mindset. In this chapter, Gino delves deeper into the mindset of a rebel and what sets them apart from those who conform to norms. She introduces the idea of constructive nonconformity, which is the practice of breaking rules in ways that add value rather than causing harm. This concept is central to the rebel mindset, as it emphasizes the importance of challenging norms with purpose and intention. One of the key traits of a rebel is curiosity. Rebels are constantly questioning the world around them, seeking to understand how things work and why they are the way they are. This curiosity drives them to explore new ideas, experiment with different approaches, and push the boundaries of what's possible. Another important aspect of the rebel mindset is authenticity. Rebels are true to themselves and their values, even when it means going against the grain. They don't conform to societal expectations just to fit in. Instead, they embrace their unique qualities and use them to their advantage. This authenticity not only sets them apart, but also inspires others to do the same. Gino also discusses the importance of resilience in the rebel mindset. Being a rebel often means facing resistance, criticism, and even failure. However, rebels don't let these setbacks deter them. They view challenges as opportunities to learn and grow, and they persevere in the face of adversity. This resilience is what allows them to continue pushing forward and making a difference, even when the odds are against them. To cultivate a rebel mindset, Gino suggests embracing these key traits: curiosity, authenticity, and resilience. By doing so, you can develop the confidence to challenge norms, take risks, and pursue your passions, even in the face of uncertainty. Chapter 3. The Benefits of Being a Rebel. Gino's research shows that rebels not only contribute to innovation and progress, but they also experience a range of personal and professional benefits. In this chapter, she explores the various advantages that come with embracing your rebel talent. One of the most significant benefits of being a rebel is increased creativity. By challenging norms and thinking outside the box, rebels are more likely to come up with innovative ideas and solutions. This creativity can lead to breakthroughs in various fields, from business and technology to art and social change. Rebels also tend to have higher levels of job satisfaction and fulfillment. Because they are true to themselves and pursue work that aligns with their values, they are more likely to find meaning and purpose in what they do. This sense of fulfillment can lead to greater motivation, productivity, and overall well-being. Another benefit of being a rebel is the ability to build stronger and more authentic relationships. Rebels are often seen as leaders and role models because of their willingness to stand up for what they believe in. This authenticity and courage can inspire others to do the same, leading to deeper and more meaningful connections. Gino also highlights the impact that rebels can have on their organizations. Companies that encourage and support rebel talent are more likely to foster a culture of innovation and adaptability. These organizations are better equipped to navigate change, stay ahead of the competition, and attract top talent. However, Gino also acknowledges that being a rebel can come with its challenges. Rebels may face resistance from those who prefer the status quo, and they may encounter obstacles along the way. But the benefits of being a rebel far outweigh the risks, and those who embrace their rebel talent are more likely to achieve lasting success and fulfillment. Chapter 4. The 5 Rebel Talents. In this chapter, Gino introduces the concept of rebel talents, which are the specific traits and behaviors that define a successful rebel. She identifies 5 core rebel talents that are essential for thriving in today's world: novelty, curiosity, perspective, diversity, and authenticity. Novelty. Rebels are drawn to new ideas, experiences, and challenges. They are not content with the status quo and are always looking for ways to innovate and improve. This love of novelty drives them to explore uncharted territories and take risks that others might shy away from. Curiosity. As mentioned earlier, curiosity is a key trait of rebels. They are constantly asking questions, seeking to understand the world around them, and looking for opportunities to learn and grow. This curiosity fuels their creativity and helps them stay ahead of the curve. Perspective. Rebels have a unique ability to see things from different angles. They are not limited by conventional thinking and are able to approach problems with fresh and innovative perspectives. This ability to think outside the box is what allows them to come up with groundbreaking ideas and solutions. Diversity. Rebels value diversity in all its forms, whether it's diversity of thought, experience, or background. They recognize that diverse teams are more innovative and effective, and they actively seek out different perspectives and ideas. This openness to diversity helps them build stronger and more inclusive relationships. Authenticity. Rebels are true to themselves and their values. They don't conform to societal expectations just to fit in. Instead, they embrace their unique qualities and use them to their advantage. This authenticity not only sets them apart, but also inspires others to do the same. Gino explains that these 5 rebel talents are not fixed traits, but rather skills that can be developed and nurtured over time. By cultivating these talents, you can enhance your ability to think creatively, solve problems, and make a meaningful impact in your work and life. Chapter 5. The Rebel's Guide to Innovation. Innovation is at the heart of Rebel talent, and in this chapter, Gino provides practical strategies for fostering innovation in yourself and others. She emphasizes that innovation is not just about coming up with new ideas, but also about challenging existing assumptions and finding better ways to do things. One of the key strategies for fostering innovation is to create an environment that encourages experimentation and risk-taking. Gino explains that rebels thrive in environments where they feel safe to take risks, make mistakes, and learn from them. Leaders can support innovation by creating a culture that values curiosity, creativity, and continuous improvement. Gino also emphasizes the importance of diversity in driving innovation. By bringing together people with different backgrounds, experiences, and perspectives, organizations can generate a wider range of ideas and solutions. This diversity of thought is crucial for tackling complex problems and staying ahead of the competition. Another important aspect of innovation is the ability to challenge the status quo. Rebels are not afraid to question existing practices, policies, and assumptions. They are always looking for ways to improve and are willing to take bold steps to make change happen. Gino encourages readers to develop the habit of questioning the status quo and to seek out opportunities for improvement and innovation. Gino also discusses the role of leadership in fostering innovation. She explains that leaders who embrace their own rebel talent and encourage others to do the same are more likely to create a culture of innovation. These leaders are open to new ideas, supportive of experimentation, and willing to take calculated risks. To foster innovation in yourself and others, Gino suggests adopting the following practices: embrace experimentation, encourage diversity of thought, challenge the status quo, and lead by example. By doing so, you can create an environment where innovation thrives and where rebels can flourish. Chapter 6. The Role of Rebellion in Leadership. Leadership is a central theme in Rebel talent, and Gino explores how rebel leaders can inspire and motivate others to achieve extraordinary results. She argues that traditional leadership models, which often emphasize conformity and control, are no longer effective in today's rapidly changing world. Instead, leaders need to embrace their rebel talent and encourage others to do the same. One of the key qualities of a rebel leader is the ability to inspire others by being authentic and true to their values. Rebel leaders are not afraid to show vulnerability and to admit when they don't have all the answers. This authenticity builds trust and encourages others to be open and honest in return. Gino also emphasizes the importance of empowering others and giving them the freedom to experiment and take risks. Rebel leaders understand that innovation and creativity cannot thrive in a rigid, hierarchical environment. Instead, they create a culture where everyone is encouraged to contribute ideas, challenge the status quo, and take ownership of their work. Another important aspect of rebel leadership is the ability to embrace diversity and inclusion. Rebel leaders recognize that diverse teams are more innovative and effective, and they actively seek out different perspectives and ideas. They create an environment where everyone feels valued and included, and where diverse voices are heard and respected. Gino also discusses the importance of leading by example. Rebel leaders model the behaviors and attitudes they want to see in others. They demonstrate curiosity, resilience, and a willingness to challenge norms. By leading by example, they inspire others to embrace their own rebel talent and to take bold steps towards innovation and change. To be an effective rebel leader, Gino suggests adopting the following practices: be authentic and true to your values, empower others to take risks and experiment, embrace diversity and inclusion, and lead by example. By doing so, you can create a culture of innovation and inspire others to achieve extraordinary results. Chapter 7. The Rebel's Guide to Building Strong Relationships. Strong relationships are essential for success in any field, and in this chapter, Gino explores how rebels can build and maintain meaningful connections with others. She explains that rebels are often seen as outsiders or nonconformists, but this doesn't mean they can't build strong and supportive relationships. One of the key strategies for building strong relationships is to embrace diversity and seek out different perspectives. Rebels understand the value of diversity and are open to learning from others, even when their views differ from their own. By actively seeking out diverse voices, rebels can build more inclusive and effective relationships. Gino also emphasizes the importance of authenticity in building relationships. Rebels are true to themselves and their values, and this authenticity helps them build trust and rapport with others. People are drawn to rebels because they are genuine and unapologetically themselves. This authenticity fosters deeper and more meaningful connections. Another important aspect of building strong relationships is the ability to listen and empathize with others. Rebels understand that building relationships is not just about expressing their own ideas, but also about listening to and understanding the perspectives of others. This empathy allows rebels to build stronger and more collaborative relationships. Gino also discusses the role of resilience in building relationships. Rebels often face resistance or criticism, but they don't let this deter them from building connections with others. They are persistent in their efforts to build relationships and are willing to work through challenges and setbacks. To build strong relationships, Gino suggests adopting the following practices. Embrace diversity and seek out different perspectives. Be authentic and true to yourself. Listen and empathize with others, and be resilient in the face of challenges. By doing so, you can build meaningful and supportive connections that will help you thrive in your work and life. Chapter 8. Embracing Rebellion in Your Everyday Life. In the final chapter of Rebel Talent, Gino encourages readers to embrace their rebel talent in all aspects of their lives, not just in the workplace. She argues that rebellion is not just a professional strategy, but a way of living that can lead to greater fulfillment, creativity, and personal growth. One of the key takeaways from this chapter is the idea that rebellion is a choice. We all have the capacity to be rebels, but it requires a conscious decision to challenge norms, take risks, and pursue our passions. Gino encourages readers to reflect on their own lives and to identify areas where they can embrace their rebel talent. Gino also emphasizes the importance of taking small steps towards rebellion. You don't have to make drastic changes or take big risks to be a rebel. Instead, start by questioning assumptions, experimenting with new ideas, and challenging the status quo in small ways. Over time, these small acts of rebellion can lead to significant personal and professional growth. Another important aspect of embracing rebellion is the ability to stay true to your values and passions. Gino explains that rebels are driven by a deep sense of purpose and are not afraid to pursue what they believe in, even when it goes against the norm. By staying true to your values and passions, you can find greater meaning and fulfillment in your life. Gino also discusses the role of community in supporting rebellion. While rebellion often involves going against the grain, it doesn't mean you have to do it alone. Surround yourself with people who share your values and who support your efforts to challenge norms and pursue your passions. This community can provide the encouragement and inspiration you need to keep going, even when the going gets tough. To embrace rebellion in your everyday life, Gino suggests adopting the following practices. Make the choice to be a rebel. Start with small acts of rebellion. Stay true to your values and passions, and build a supportive community. By doing so, you can live a life that is rich in creativity, fulfillment, and personal growth. Final summary. Rebel Talent by Francesca Gino is a powerful exploration of the value of rebellion in today's world. Through her research and real-world examples, Gino demonstrates that rebels, those who challenge norms and think outside the box, are the ones who drive innovation, inspire others, and create meaningful change. At its core, the book is about empowerment. It's about recognizing that we all have the capacity to be rebels, and that by embracing our rebel talent, we can unlock our full potential and find greater fulfillment in our work and lives. Gino emphasizes that rebellion is not about being reckless or defiant. It's about being curious, authentic, and resilient. It's about challenging the status quo with purpose and intention and making choices that reflect our values and passions. Throughout the book, Gino provides practical strategies for cultivating rebel talent, fostering innovation, building strong relationships, and embracing rebellion in all aspects of our lives. She encourages readers to make the choice to be rebels, to start with small acts of rebellion, and to stay true to their values and passions. Ultimately, Rebel Talent is a call to action for anyone who is ready to break free from the constraints of conformity and embrace their unique qualities. It's a reminder that by harnessing our rebel talent, we can achieve extraordinary results and create a life that is rich in meaning, creativity, and personal growth. Whether you're a leader, an entrepreneur, or someone looking to make a difference in your field, this book offers the insights, guidance, and inspiration you need to unleash your inner rebel and thrive in today's world.